definitely consumers are understanding that we're in crisis. The one thing that I say all the time is that if the ocean dies, we all die. We don't live on this planet with a dead ocean. In fact, all life on this planet is pretty much dependent on one group of species called phytoplankton, which is the plant plankton within the oceans. If phytoplankton disappears, and it is being diminished right now, then we all disappear. So we really have to understand the harmony and the interconnections between all species on the planet. And humans tend to think of ourselves as, well, we're dominant, nothing else really matters. For instance, when I say to people, that worms and bees, plankton and trees are more important than we are, people sometimes get offended, sometimes they get outraged and say, how can you say such a thing? And I say, well, simple, because they can live here without us, but we cannot live here without them. We need them, they don't need us. That makes them ecologically far more important than we are. And therefore, unless we learn to live in harmony with all those other species, unless we learn that they have rights and those rights need to be preserved, then we won't have any future at all, because it's all summed up in that one phrase: if the ocean dies, we all die. So that's where we have to learn from other species and see how important they are and how much we depend upon them. Consumers who are aware, and unfortunately a good percentage of them are not, can make change by not using plastic, for example, being very careful of the origins of their food and the products that they consume. Was this made in an ecologically positive way, or is it destructive to our ecosystems? Is it destructive to marine life, to wildlife? And these are just questions you should ask, I guess, on every product that you utilize.